All right. Hello, everybody. It's 10 o'clock on the dot right now, but we're just going to give it a couple minutes just to wait for any last minute stragglers coming in. And if you want to grab your coffee or grab some water, you're more than welcome to do so. Hello. Just catching up on these comments now. It's nice to see everybody here. Hi, Michelle. To monitor cannabis regulatory website updates. All right. Hi, Alex. Audio should be working. I am not muted. Hi, Serge. Okay, that's good. We forgive you. Hi, Philippe. Thanks again for joining, everyone. Yes, you have to tap allow audio. Thank you. And Emma, thank you. Thanks for being here, everyone. We really appreciate it. Just going to give it another minute while we wait for anyone else to come in. Again, grab some water, grab some coffee, espresso, whatever it is. My tea is being made. Tea, yes. Where is mute for background silencing? I know there's like a mute audio button at the bottom there. That's what I'm familiar with. Yeah, you should be muted unless you are a speaker. I don't hear anybody's background, if that helps. Yeah, good idea, Philippe. While we wait, maybe people can write where they are joining from. New York, wow. Scotland, holy Maine, awesome. Kelowna, BC. Hi, Abby. DC. Monitor development related websites. Cool. New Mexico, Los Angeles, New Jersey. Oh my gosh, Charlotte, Portugal. Oh my gosh. It's so exciting to see everyone here. I think we're actually breaking the attendance record today at Visualping for our live webinar event. So we're all super thrilled to see everyone here. We really appreciate it. It's 10:04. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thanks for all your comments here. Yeah, so hello, everybody. Thanks again for joining us today. We're really excited to see everybody here. My name is Emily. I'm the product marketing manager at Visualping.
Hi, I'm Bethel. I'm the head of customer success here at Visualping.
And I'm Philippe. I'm the director of AI at Visualping.
At any point during the event, please feel welcome to drop any questions in that Q&A section, which is the symbol to the bottom right of your screen there. We'll cover all your questions near the end of the event. Or if you'd like to talk to us one-on-one about Visualping AI and Analyzer, please click the Contact Us button below there. We'd be happy to chat. So without further ado, let's get started. Here's the agenda for what we'll talk about today. So first we'll cover on a more high level the two main ways that Visualping AI helps you save time processing your web change alerts. So first, by helping you more quickly understand what was updated on the page, and second, by helping you reduce the noise and even the number of alerts that you receive. Then we'll cover the specifics of what those features are. So there's Learner, which launched back in 2023, Summarizer, which is new as of a month ago and available for free for all Visualping for Business users, and Analyzer, which is also new and today's focus. Next, Bethel and I will do an exclusive demo of Analyzer in terms of what those alerts look like, how Analyzer differs from Summarizer, and how you can even review and manage Visualping AI in your Visualping dashboard. Lastly, Philippe and Bethel will cover how you can get set up with Analyzer and what that process would look like for you. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the Q&A section at the bottom right of your screen. We love questions. We want to see questions. We want to help answer them, and we'll save time for Q&A at the end there. Or if you'd like to talk to us one-on-one, please click that Contact Us button below. Okay, so to begin, at Visualping, our mission has always been to allow you to automatically monitor changes online so you can stay in the know while saving time. You don't have to manually recheck pages for changes because we'll notify you when there's an update, right? And with a screenshot of those highlighted changes, as everyone here knows. So the features that make up Visualping AI fit perfectly in this mission of helping you save time while staying in the know. We'll get into those features in the next slides. But for now, imagine it's your typical workday morning, and a part of your job every day is to open up your email and review the, say, 24-ish Visualping alerts that have piled up in your inbox. Some of you are likely very familiar with this process. So you'd be manually reviewing the highlighted changes in each alert, deciphering the change and what it means, and figuring out if it's even relevant to what you and your company care about, right? Let's say that's about 5 minutes per alert. That adds up to 2 hours every day of simply processing those alerts. Assuming you do this Monday to Friday, then every month that adds up to 40 hours of alert processing. That's an entire week's worth of time and effort spent on reviewing alerts every single month. Don't get me wrong, you're still saving time because you're not manually monitoring pages yourself for changes and scanning the content yourself to try and spot the difference. But what if you could save even more time? And that's where Visualping AI comes in. So here's Learner, the first AI feature. We'll cover this briefly. Having launched back in 2023, Learner is an example of how we've been leveraging AI to help you process alerts faster. And that's because over time, Learner reduces the number of alerts you receive. So you'd go from 24 alerts per day to, say, 18, which would mean you're going from 2 hours of processing to 1.5. I know Bethel here can actually pull from his own personal experiences to explain how this works.
Thanks, Emily. Yeah, I'm Bethel, and I'm from Calgary. So one of the things me and my family love to do is visit the Vancouver area, and specifically Whistler during ski season. So the second thing about me, I love getting a good deal. So I use Visual Ping to monitor for promotions. Now, I used to do that manually and monitor it back and forth, but now I use Visual Ping. So on the right-hand side here on the slide, you could see there's many things that could get updated. And this one example is the weather gets updated. And this actually happens on that site basically daily. So this is where Learner comes in. I provide the feedback on this page and say, this is not relevant alert for me. And Learner takes that and suggests that I block that weather update because I'm looking for deals only. And I don't get an alert anymore when the weather changes because I blocked that piece off from the website.
All right, thanks, Bethel. The next feature that we'll talk about is Summarizer, which launched a month ago. It's now included for free in all Visualping for Business alerts. So with Summarizer, you can reduce the time you spend processing alerts, not by receiving less alerts like with Learner, but by reducing the time you spend reviewing each alert. This is because of the AI-generated summaries that you receive, included at the top of all of your alerts. So you'd go from spending 5 minutes understanding what was updated on the page to, say, 2 minutes, right? And so on that weekday morning, when you got that inbox full of change alerts to review, you're going from 1.5 hours of alert processing to 36 minutes, thanks to those summaries. Bethel, do you want to share some of your own experiences with this?
Yeah, for sure. So same example, same web page. On the right hand side, there's a lot going on here. A lot of changes detected. Uh, and so what the summarizer helps me with is I can see the summary tell me that a new mobile app to track ski lift statuses was released. And that's great. But again, I'm looking for a deal, a promotion, so I can get me and my family out to Whistler. So although I'm, disappointed, that summary saved me a lot of time from sifting through those changes at the bottom of that screen, all that green and red. And to know that, hey, this is not an important alert to me, and I can just move on with my day. And again, with the summarizer, there's that feedback loop where you can give it the thumbs up and thumbs down, whether that alert was helpful or not. And for this one, at least, I definitely think it's a thumbs up there.
All right, thanks, Bethel. And then there's Analyzer, the main focus of today's webinar. So with Analyzer, you would further save time by reducing the number of alerts you receive. You're going from 18 alerts to, say, just 8. And that means you're spending 35 minutes every day reviewing web changes to just 15 minutes. Bethel can illustrate this with his Whistler example.
Yeah. So finally, in this example, I get what I'm looking for, right? A promotion. And so with the summarizer, I can understand the new promotion right in that summary over here. But what you see that's different is the analyzer piece that flags that this is an important alert. So instead of me going through the summary and figuring out, hey, is this an important alert or not? With analyzer tailored to exactly what I want, it marks it as important. And right away, I can see that this is a notification that I should spend some time with. And great, there's a promotion, important in bold, and I'm ready to receive my alerts. Now, not all these alerts that come in would be marked as important, only the promotion ones. So that's the biggest difference with Analyzer is that it focuses in on the important alerts for me to know, and I don't have to waste any time with the other alerts. All right. Now I'm going to move on to some more business use cases. It's great for myself to get the promotions I need. But let me walk through a couple examples where, and real life examples where we have some businesses use Analyzer to save a lot of time on their end. So let's move on to that first example here. All right. So in this example, I am a medical company, and I'm looking for recalls on medical devices. Now, on this webpage, there are many different recalls. But for me and my own product, my product's called Stealth Station S8. I am looking for that specific product to be recalled so I can do something about it. So on this first slide, you could see the summary highlight all those changes, all those different devices being recalled. And I'm looking through the summary to see, hey, is my device or product on there where I need to do something about it? Now, if we go to the next slide, the difference here now is same changes, right? Same page, same changes. But with Analyzer, when that product, Stealth Station S8, is part of that change, it marks it straight away as important. So I could get summaries of other changes, but this one's important, catches my eye, and it flags it, and I can look at it right away. So a lot of time saved from looking through those summaries, and I only need to look at the important ones. So in this slide, we're going to do a side by side here. So not important and important. So on left-hand side, the not important alert, it's another medical product. You'll still get the notification as a user, but it won't be marked as important. Obviously, the important ones will still be sent to you with the analyzer. And so you'll still get both, but you can use an email filter, filter it out, and only look at your important alerts. Now, As you go and get more comfortable with Analyzer, you will have the option, if we go to the next slide, where straight from Visual Ping, you can suppress those not important alerts. So now you're going down from, let's say, 10 alerts, and 2 of them are important and 8 of them are not. You have the option to suppress those 8 not important alerts and only receive the 2 important alerts. So a lot less noise, and knowing that what's going into your inbox are the important alerts. I think that's going to save you a lot of time in this example. So to further illustrate this, if we go to the next slide on how everything works and how does Analyzer work, we'll go through sort of the main scenarios on notifications. So starting from left to right, if we see Visual Ping running on this product page every day, 2 days ago, it ran and tried to look for a change, and it didn't detect a change. And so nothing's sent to you. So Visual Ping still runs, no change, you don't get a notification. Going over to the middle column 1 day ago. Now, Visual Ping ran against the page again. It detected a change. However, not the change we're looking for, because what we're looking for is a new product being launched on this page. So it will detect a change, but it's not important. It will summarize it. And then, hey, it might send you a notification saying it's not important, or with that option, you suppress it, no notification is sent again. Now let's go over to the right-hand side. Visual Ping runs on that page. Look, there's a new product launched. Visual Ping will detect the change. And with Analyzer, it knows, hey, we're looking for a new product launch. And so it marks that change as important. New line variant has come out. Very important change, triggers an alert. The summary shows that it's important and that's something you need to look at. And you know that that's a change you need to take some action on. All right, next slide. Couple more examples I'll go through really quickly. This one's a finance example. Here, one of our customers is a financial institution interested in changing interest rates. Specifically, the change is for Hong Kong dollar interbank rate. So on this slide, some rates have changed, and the summarizer actually summarizes it quite well. A bunch of changes, and I would look through the summary and go, oh, look at the bottom there actually is the HKD interbank rate changing. So that is important to me. Now, if we go to the next slide, with the Analyzer added onto here, it will focus in only on that rate change. There's other changes there, but if you look at that summary, and obviously there's the important flag, it flags the HKD interbank rate change from 2.57 to 4.01, and that's exactly what I'm looking for, the HKD interbank range. So it really zeroes in and hones in on the change you're looking for. Next slide. In this example, now I am a fintech company, and I am maintaining a database of scholarship requirements. And there is 3 things I'm looking for specifically. GPA requirements changing, the application dates changing, and the scholarship dollar value changing. The rest of the changes on this web page is basically irrelevant to me. So with the summarizer, again, it summarizes all those changes really, really well and gives a short paragraph of this. But again, with Analyzer on the next slide, it really hones in on that specific change. So for this one, the GPA changed. All these other changes in red have been highlighted, but it hones in on the GPA changing from 3.2 to 3.6. And that's exactly what I want as an important change. I know that's changed, and therefore I need to update my own database to track this change. So next slide. Last example. And this is a really popular one for e-commerce sites. And it's really a minimum advertised price example. I am a headphones manufacturer, and this is a third-party reseller. And what my job here using Visual Ping is to enforce that the $83.99 minimum advertised price is enforced for all my resellers. So on this site, I see that my headphones had a price change, and the summarizer says, hey, there is a price change and the new price now is $73.99. So again, a great summary, but Analyzer will add that context to it. So if we go to the next slide, look at that summary now. So it says important, right? The headphones, but what it gives you is that context now with Summarizer, because we trained it to say, look, the minimum advertised price is $83.99. The new price is $73.99, and that's 10 below your threshold. And so very important change that I need to action on, because my reseller essentially is offside. So a really great example to illustrate what the analyzer can really do for you with these change notifications.
All right, thanks, Bethel. Okay, so we've shown you the AI that's now available in your alerts, but what about your Visual Ping dashboard? So here's the dashboard view, which mostly everyone here would be familiar with. So your alerts allow you to process and understand what happened on the page, while the dashboard gives you a more high-level view of what's been happening over time, because all of your jobs and change alerts are organized in one spot. It also lets you manage your monitoring as well. So on the left, you'll see your list of jobs. A job, to clarify, is just a web page that you're monitoring. You'll see the folders you've organized your jobs into, and your different workspaces. I'll also draw your attention to what's on the right of the dashboard. So as you click through your jobs, the associated summaries and analysis appear on the right. So you can navigate through your jobs and review the AI summaries and analysis over time. Learner is also now in your dashboard, that thumbs up, thumbs down functionality, which allows you to provide feedback on the relevance of your alert. So our AI can actually improve the quality of your alerts over time from your dashboard. Now I'm going to reintroduce Philippe, our director of AI. He's going to explain the steps of getting set up with Analyzer and what that process looks like for you. Take it away, Philippe.
All right. So I'm Philippe, the director of AI at Visual Ping. We've been working very hard the last few months on rolling out these features, and we hope you guys will all put them to good use. So the first step you need to do for Analyzer, which is the new product that we're talking about today, is going to be to start thinking about what are the things that you truly care about. What brought you to Visual Ping and what do you look for in the alerts? Once you've got these, you can get in touch with our customer service representatives and discuss with them how to set up a custom alert. The custom alerts are then passed on to my team, who will then train a custom AI that will do the heavy lifting that we talk about here in terms of detecting which of the summaries or which of the alerts are the most important, the most relevant for you, and should be flagged as important, as has been mentioned until now. Um, I think we can go to the next slide.
Yeah, so thanks, Philip. So everyone's wondering, how do I get Analyzer? I'll back up a little bit. If you're already on a business plan, you are already receiving those summaries in your notifications. So some of you might have noticed that already. Summarizer, those summaries, they come by default with a business plan. Now, if you're not on a business plan, say you're in a personal plan or a free plan, and you're thinking about a business plan, it starts at $100 a month. If you want more details, please reach out to us, that green button to contact us, or reach out to sales with a sales email on there. Just to let you know, business plans come with other business related features like bulk loading, bulk editing, um, multiple notifications, and reporting, and probably a whole lot more. Now, for Analyzer, you are required to have a business plan to get Analyzer. If you want to upgrade your business plan and add on Analyzer, that starts at $100 a month with a one-time model training fee of $500. And again, any questions you have about Analyzer and our AI product, there's the email below to reach out to sales, along with a link below to visualping.io/AI. But please feel free to reach out to us. But yeah, that's the pricing for Analyzer.
All right, so to recap, Analyzer enhances your website monitoring experience by helping you save time processing alerts, and it does this in two ways. So your alerts include an assessment of whether or not the change is important according to what you care about, so you can quickly understand the impact beyond those details. Analyzer also reduces the noise by allowing you to filter for what's important in your inbox. You'll also soon have the option to opt out of unimportant alerts entirely if you wish, so that those irrelevant alerts don't hit your inbox at all. But that's up to you. All right, so what's coming next? Real quick, we've got a couple new upcoming features we want to share with you in advance. That's Visual Analyzer and Mind Reader. Take it away, Philippe, on Visual Analyzer.
All right. So, as you have all seen until now, the goal of the analyzer is to save your time, save time for you, and alert you only on the most relevant situations or changes. In the future, we are working on I can give you a sneak preview today, is going to be called the Visual Analyzer. So not only will you input a question that will be answered by the important flag, but will from the website you change from the text changes on the websites, but we will also be able read to read images, to read the text that is posted on images, for example, on Instagram posts, or for example, a picture of a poster. So we're going to be able to read images that contain text, and even as the next step after that will be that we will be able to answer questions based on what is inside a picture on a website that has changed. An example of this here is, for example, in the picture that you see here, um, there would be someone monitoring this that would want to know if anything disallowed takes place in this picture. For example, if there has been a band playing, if there has been alcoholic drinks served. So this is an example that we've been testing with, where we already gotten some success at detecting in an image as dark and blurry as this one to detect whether there is, for example, a band playing. So this is what my team is working on, and on the research side of AI, and we're going to be introducing that to you later in the year, and we will be able to reveal that as it gets ready. Um, so yeah, so as you can see, now there was indeed a person playing the guitar in this picture, and this is what our AI will be able to detect, even if the human cannot. So that's what we're working on for the future.
All right, thanks, Philippe. So Mind Reader is the second upcoming AI feature that will also help you save time. Not in terms of processing or change alerts, which is what we've been talking so much about, but in terms of setting up your change alerts or your job. So when you copy and paste a new URL into Visualping, we're all kind of familiar with this process. Mind Reader in the background uses generative AI algorithms to understand the context of the page and what a user would care about on that page. It does this from data from millions of users who've used Visualping to monitor that same page. So based on that data, once you paste that URL into Visualping, our AI then makes intuitive recommendations or suggestions as to which area of the page you may want to track. So it helps you set up your monitoring in a faster and more easy way. You can get set up in seconds, not in minutes. So again, both Visual Analyzer and MindReader will be available soon. All right, so that wraps up the presentation part of today's webinar. It's 10:30 on the dot. Now it's time for some Q&A. So we'll cover any questions you've dropped in the Q&A section, which is the symbol to the bottom right of your screen there. Or if you've yet to send us your question, please go ahead and do so now. We'd love to see it. All right, so let's take a look here from Dominic. More of a general question as a novice. Each job is a single page, correct? Or can a job be an entire website? Who would like to take on this question, Bethel or Philippe?
Yeah, I can take that on. Yeah, each job is essentially a single page. So if you put in a domain in there, then it'll just monitor that URL and not the sub pages. But if you have a need to monitor sub pages within that domain, please reach out to us. We have ways that we can get that for you and work with you to accomplish what you need.
Good question. All right, does anyone have any other questions? Please ask away. Thank you. You're welcome, Dominic. Thanks for the question. We know AI can be a little bit confusing. I may have missed this, says Doug, but are any of these features available to free account personal users on a limited basis? Bethel or Philippe?
Yeah, I can take this as well. No, short answer, no, not on a free account or personal users. However, if you do have an account, you can certainly get on a trial and sign up for a business trial, which will include getting onto the business platform with the summarizer and things like that, and reach out to sales with regards to adding on the analyzer. Hope that answers your question, Doug.
But to add on to Bethel's answer, Learner is available for all users. So regardless of which plan you're on, you have the option to automatically improve the quality of your change alerts through your feedback with AI. And MindReader as well will be free for all users as well. Okay, thanks. You're welcome, Doug. Says Abby, what about documents uploaded to a web page?
Well, these are really good questions. Yeah, we can monitor, like I'm assuming PDFs that are linked or Word documents or things like that. We definitely can monitor those and compare those over time and give you notifications. And it will work like a web page where I'm assuming you're asking about, does it give you a summary? Yes, definitely. And does Analyzer work on that as well? From a text point of view, yeah, it does summarize the change, and then using that using Analyzer, it will mark it as important or not important for you. Abby, does that answer your question?
He's probably typing.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
Awesome. Cool. Does anyone else have any more questions? Go ahead. There's no bad questions. Just give it a bit more time here in case anyone's typing frantically.
I might have a question for everyone or the audience here. Oh, actually, Serge has a question. Actually, we'll go to Alex's question. Let's go with Alex's question.
Okay, my question goes in Abby's direction. I'm also a novice. Do you meant that Summarizer can analyze embedded docs? Let's say I monitor a site for changes. The page adds a PDF or a Word doc. Does the analyzer give a summary for that? Good question, Alex.
Wow, look at all these advanced users out there, eh?
Wow. Novice.
So I can answer part of the question. So if what is uploaded, for example, is a PDF or a Word doc, so I'm not completely sure how it will show in the dashboard. Maybe Bethel can answer better. But I can tell you that we do receive the text for analysis on the AI side of things, and we do generate a summary for a PDF or a Word doc without any problem.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. And to analyze the PDF or Word doc, what you can do is essentially look for text changes on the PDF or Word doc, and Analyzer will work the same way it works on an HTML page.
I think
So
to answer Alex's question, I think Alex, can you maybe help us here and see if I understood correctly? Is what you mean, like for example, the page would say, "Here is the new text for the law number, whatever," and what has been added is a link to that PDF, to that like legal PDF. Is that what you mean, Alex?
yeah, that's a really good point.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
so if it's embedded as a link and you're looking for, let's say, the link to change, uh, we are able to look at that page and look at the, essentially we call it href tag. So that if the link changes, then we can notify you if that changes. So there's ability to do that. The other thing we could do is, depending on your situation, is I'll click into the PDF or click into the Word doc to open it and then analyze the content inside that document for changes. So there's many ways to look at it depending on your needs. Does that answer your question, Alex? What if it's another language than
So I'll
English?
answer the other language question. So we cover approximately the 40 top languages in the world, most common languages. The way why it's approximately is that the more frequent the language is, the more data the AI will have seen during its training phase, and the better it will handle that language. So if you're in the top 10 or so languages, which is basically European and Asian languages, you'll be fine. There's absolutely no problem. If you're in more obscure languages that are spoken by, let's say, on the order of 50 million speakers and below, so languages that are specific to just one country in the world, for example, those or by smaller countries, the quality will be a little bit lower. Maybe think of it as a 10 or 20% hit on the quality, but it will still be handled just because the AI has been able to train on less of this language.
Is that clear, Alex? Yes. Right on, rock on. Okay, so that was Alex, and then we got one from Sarah. If I'm retrieving my jobs via API, you're welcome, Alex, will the change summaries I see in my account be added to the job details I can retrieve? Bethel, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So I think it relates to the above one that also asks about, is it included in Google Sheets, webhooks, Slack, etc. Short answer is yes. It's not just on the email notifications. So some of it is maybe still in the works. With specifically with the API, with the current API call. Sarah, I'm going to need to actually double check. I don't want to tell you yes for sure, but if it is not there, then if it is not there, then I will we're going to add it in very, very shortly.
Is that clear, Sarah?
So I'll take the question from Joshua. All right. So the analyzer's the quality or the skill of the analyzer at detecting important changes depends almost entirely on how well we formulate the question for it. And that will depend on how well you are able to formulate the question and how well you're able to tell us exactly what you're looking for, what you came to Visual Ping for, essentially. Um, so there are cases where it's a lot easier to formulate the question. For example, are there people drinking in this picture? It's pretty easy. But there are indeed some gray areas and some harder questions. And I think that will be done in cooperation with your contact at Visual Ping in the customer success department that will be able to do the back and forth with you over time to refine the question we're asking the analyzer. And so it's not a problem to like what you're specifically saying, like the renumbering of a section or something like this should not be a problem if the question is very clear and very concise. So we need a question. So that's kind of the homework I would say for all the people who are planning to use the analyzer is to start thinking about what in the clearest words possible, what did you come to Visual Ping for, and what are you specifically looking for in the web pages that you monitor? Okay. The better you can answer that question, the more efficient the analyzer will be.
Does that answer your question, Joshua? Awesome question as well.
Yeah. And to answer the last final part of your question, it would indeed be able to determine that it's only a renumbering and not a substantive changes. It would probably issue a summary that sounds something like the sections number 3 and 4 have been renumbered to 6 and 7, but there are no substantial changes in the text. That would be the summary. And the alert would just not be flagged if your question was alert me of any substantial changes in the text of the law.
All right.
And
He says,
then, for example, you could when I say to make a very, very precise and specific question, you could even add a counter example. You could say, and do not alert me if for example, it is only a typo that has been corrected, and if only a synonym has been used to mean the same thing.
all right. Thanks, Philippe. Marringly, are summaries and analysis included in Google Sheets, Webbook, Slack, etc.?
Oh, yeah. So it should be in it. And definitely it's in obviously the emails that we showed you, but it's definitely in our webhooks. If it's not, and I'll have to double check with the team, it's something we're working on pushing out fairly soon.
Yes, and in your sheets, to kind of dive into that and be a bit more specific, in your sheets there will be a whole, if you use Sheets, of course, there will be a whole column of just summarizer, so you can actually see all the summaries all at once over time, which is great for reviewing summaries over time, kind of like in your dashboard, but it'll be obviously in a spreadsheet in column format. And then there's also a column for analyzer, and it'll tell you if it's important or not as well. So you can easily see which summaries are deemed important by analyzer and which are more irrelevant. And because it's in Sheets, there's also a filtering function for you as well. So you can filter out those unimportant summaries and only see the ones that have been deemed important too. So you can kind of filter through and cut through that noise in your Sheets. Awesome. Any other questions? Have we missed any questions? Oh yeah, how long does it take to activate the filter for Analyzer? Says Serge.
I'm going to assume how long does the process typically take to set up and train the prompt for Analyzer, and I would say it takes about 1 to 2 weeks. It's a bit of an iterative process, right? Um, like Philippe mentioned, we work with you closely to get um, exactly what you're after, so that we can train Analyzer to detect uh, what's important to you, and then we let it run, and then we get your feedback to see if we need to tweak things and refine things. So usually about 1 to 2 weeks.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions that they want to throw in the chat? These have been awesome questions so far, by the way, as well. Any other questions? All right. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us today. This wraps up today's webinar. Thanks for joining. We love to see everybody here, and we hope everyone's learned a thing or two about Visualping AI and Analyzer. If you'd like to talk to us one-on-one and learn more, please click that Contact Us button below. We'd love to chat. We'll also follow up with everybody and share the recording of this event as well, in case you want to go back and review anything. Great. See you next time, everyone.
Bye, everyone.